What up, everybody? It's April Dawn. Let's talk about it. The Shy. This is season 1, episode 3. All right, y'all. This was a pretty good episode. I liked everything about it. For the most part, it's really good. The drama is really kicking up. So this week, I decided to break it on up into stories. I don't know how edited this video is going to be, only because I don't have my computer here with me today. So we'll see if I'll be able to edit this video and upload it or whatever. So I'm just going to go story by story this time. I'm not going to go scene for scene. So let's talk about the smaller stories first. Kevin. First up, Kevin is, we find out, Kevin wakes up in the morning, we find out that Kevin have not been sleeping well. He lives with his mom and his mom's girlfriend, so we figure out he have 2 moms. He tells, when they wake up in the morning, his sister tells him about he's in the play, and, you know, he is nervous about the play or whatever, and so he tells them that he's not gonna do it, and his mom is like, you know, when we start in this family, we finish. So basically, she gonna make him do the play. And we know that he's still really nervous about the whole situation with, you know, with Ronnie and the dead, seeing him, the witnessing a murder, you know, that thing. Later on, he sees Ronnie with his friends or whatever. Ronnie has found out where he go to school, and he was waiting for them when they got out of school. So he sees Ronnie. He gets very scared and afraid. He runs with his friends. So him and his friends end up making it into the auditorium, and the music teacher finds them and basically says they will be great for these 3 parts, or for the parts of the play. So I think they playing Oompa Loompas and the Wiz, if I'm not mistaken. It's either Oompa Loompas or like Tin Man and the poppy seeds or something like that. I can't remember what part they was playing, but they get forced to do the play, and Kevin is like, listen, we safe from the dude, so chill for right now. His friends are all tripping out about what's gonna happen, and Kevin is basically like, look, you know, I'm the one who is gonna get caught. I'm the one who gonna get in trouble. I'm the one who gonna get killed. I'm the one who really got the heat on me, so, you know, just chill. I'ma handle it. It was interesting how they was having this conversation with these big, crazy, stupid looking wigs on, and they having such a serious conversation. I liked how they juxtaposed that, just to reminding us, I guess, that they are children, even though they talking about real life grown people situations. So anywho, he says, look, I gotta handle it. This my business, X, Y, Z. Friends is like, you know what, you should just go to the dude and just talk to him like a man, you know, and just tell him you're not gonna snitch on him. You ain't gonna snitch. And so Kevin is considering this. Later on, before that, he meets up with Ronnie. We don't see what they talk about. If Ronnie's standing on the corner, they like, hey, yo, you know what I'm saying? Look behind you. And Kevin is on the other side of the street on his bicycle. On Coogie's bicycle, actually. So they talk to him. You know, we don't see what they talk about. And then later on, Kevin rolls up on Brandon at his house and is like, hey, I just wanted to apologize for what I said the other day. You know, I was talking crazy. I'm sorry. And Brandon like, yo, how you know where I live? And he like, listen, you know, the streets be talking. No, I'm playing. I forgot what he said. But then he play like he's scared. He don't want to go home by himself. So Brandon says, I'll walk you home. So they start walking through a park. And at the end of the episode, we see that Kevin has set Brandon up, and they really are meeting up with Ronnie. So him, Brandon, and Ronnie are staring at each other at the end of the episode. I was like, oh my God, somebody gonna die. Okay, so let's see what happens with that situation. So that was Kevin's story line this week. Oh, and another thing, Kevin did get kissed again by that girl. I'm kind of not seeing the point of that whole story other than it just to be like something for us to giggle at, because they're not really developing that storyline. So the girl run up on him again. She tried to French kiss him, and of course he gets away from about Ronnie. Oh no, let's talk about Emmett. So Emmett and Keisha are together at the beginning of the episode. They in the bed, they sleeping with each other. You know, he got to jump out the window. Her mama coming home, so he got to jump out the window and leave. So he's trying to find a job this whole episode. Basically, his mom is like, the baby need a bed, the baby need X, Y, Z. You need to see if you get some extra hours. So at the beginning, he goes to work and asks Sonny for extra hours. Sonny tells him he doesn't have any extra hours. And if he know what's good for him, that he needs to give Q back his money as soon as possible, because he ain't nobody to play with. Then later on, he goes to the corner store, and he started messing with the corner store dude, and he tries to hustle and get a job. Say, hey, you know, you know, if you had somebody from the neighborhood working in here, you know, people will be cool. People will be trying to rob you. I know everybody who tried to rob the place, X, Y, Z. Dude was like, I'm not hiring you. I don't trust you. And so that didn't work. So he eventually goes to Reggie, who is the drug dealer guy. He's not the top dude, but he like one of the main dudes. So he go to Reggie, and Reggie, it's interesting how that conversation went from conversational to like, okay, well, you can come work for me. You can make you some money, make you about $250 on the block, all the way to like threatening and piercing. He was like, nigga, if you got to think about it, then you ain't about this life, okay? Like, I mean, he turned on like 1 second, and Emmett backed up. He backed away. I don't think he gonna do it, but I hope he not gonna do it, y'all, because as your situation grow worse and you get more desperate, you know, people tend to do things that they wouldn't normally do. So we'll see what happens with Emmett in that whole situation. That little baby is cute as cheese, okay? Q. So this week, Q goes to Jerika, who is Brandon's girlfriend, as a matter of fact. Okay, so they run into each other, or they not run into each other. She's showing him a house. So we don't know where the house is and what's going on with the house, but we see later on that he has bought a house that's directly next to, like kind of on the corner of that stash house that Jason got killed at. So early in the episode, he goes to see the top head drug dealer, who is, you know, now that dude. And you can see like the difference between the old guard and the new guard, where Q is like pressed about the murder of this young boy and how that's gonna bring heat on them. The young dude is really not worried about it. He barely respecting. So, you know, I guess like in gang culture, you know, there's like a, you know, it's a pecking order. You got to ask for permission before you do X, Y, and Z. But I'm sure with all the people getting arrested, going to jail, everybody moving, leaving, getting killed, that, you know, that pecking order has kind of been reduced at this point. And now it's just like every man for himself. So you can tell, because he like barely respect dude, barely, you know what I'm saying? And at the end, he was like, oh, okay, well, you know, I'm in town. So I'm still going to take care of you the whole time you here. So he buys the property. Jerika sells him the property. And then we see at the end of the episode, he's just staring. He's sitting with his cigar, staring at the trap house. Okay, so Q ain't nobody to play with, honey. I don't know what Q got going on. He like an OG old school gangster. Okay, so he look like when his wrath come down, it ain't gonna be nothing nice. So I'm low-key scared as hell of Q, my damn self. Okay, so y'all let me know what you thought about Q on this episode. About Brandon. So Brandon, at the beginning of the episode, he goes to buy a gun. Now he don't end up buying a gun. He end up changing his mind halfway through the middle of the transaction, and he gets beat up and robbed by the person. At first I thought it might have been the police, but then I was like, nah, it ain't the police. He finna rob you and beat you up. So that's what happened. And then Brandon goes to his mom's house to clean up. Now the boyfriend is there. Now the interesting thing about that boyfriend is that you can see that he's trying to make some type of connection or bond with Brandon, but Brandon ain't here for that shit. And the way he doing it is really jacked up. Like he's saying, oh, you ain't need to get rid of Cook. I told her to get rid of all that shit and give it to the Goodwill and all this type of stuff. And so he says, you know, see, being that I'm with your mom, you know, I gotta look out for her best interest. And he said something about they leaving. He finds out later that his mom is selling the place, and they already signed the paper with some real estate dealer. So Brandon is pissed off. So he makes it home to Jerika, and he tells her what happened, that he almost bought a gun. And the thing I didn't like about her is that she got so pissed off at him that she didn't sit down and listen to his feelings on why she doing it. But at the same time, I understand her, because if you're living in a place like Chicago with all the violence that's happening there, you understand how stupid it is to go out there and try to buy a gun. You about to mess up your whole life. Okay, I understand you feel like your brother needs justice, but he was trying to talk to her, and she did just get up and walk away. So I didn't really like that. But what I did like about them is that the next morning when they woke up, they seem to be over it, and he's trying to convince her to go talk to his mother about selling the house. She said, your mama don't like me. She was like, no, she don't like you, but she know that you smart. Okay, so she gonna respect you on that end. So they go to mom's house. They walking through the house, and you know, she asking about the paperwork. Mom says she signed a piece of paper, and they show her the paper, which is just like a promise to sell the house. It's not like, you know, set in stone that you're selling the house and you can't get out of this deal. And so she tells them, you know, with the Obama library being built 10 minutes away from here, you know, you can get a lot more money than you thought you could for this apartment, which makes Brandon pissed, because he's like, why would you get her to sell the house? You know, I've seen my mama make stupid decision after stupid decision, you know. And she's like, listen, I know you don't want her to sell the house, but you know, what you want might not be the best thing. So, you know, you told me to talk to her about the house, so I'm talking to her about the house. So they get pissed off, and that was right before she went to go meet Q and show him the place. So he's pissed at her, and you know, they not really getting along. I mean, my thing with them is I hope that he don't sleep with that man's wife, because he really gonna mess his life up then. And I kind of thought that what was gonna happen then. He was gonna get mad at her and go to somebody else, but he seemed to be sort of a stand-up dude. So that's cool. So later on, he's going into his house, and he meets up with Kevin. Kevin, you know, asks him to go through the park, that whole situation. Boom, they end up meeting at the end with Ronnie. Very interesting to see what's going to happen with that. Talk about Ronnie. This is the most important character. Ronnie is feeling guilty about the whole situation, how he killed Coogie. He's seeing Coogie Ghost at the beginning of the episode. Coogie talking about he got plans and whatnot. He had plans. And so he goes up to meet up with Tracy and tells her that he's sorry. He give all the typical excuses. You know, some came up, some shit had popped off, and, you know, Tracy go off on him in a typical way. And when she walks away, he tells her he's going to find out why Jason was there, and you know, and they're going to find his phone. So then he goes to the white police officer and is like, they didn't find Jason's phone. You know, I need to care about my son. And he's like, listen, I showed you that boy body out of respect. You know, you up here, you need to stop asking questions. The other boy did not kill your boy. So this white cop has put together that Ronnie is the one who killed this boy. He know it. And he know it's him, the one who tipped him off by showing him the body and telling him they had somebody in custody. The whole time they was talking, Whitefish was watching from the office above him talking to Ronnie. So he already knows something is up. So then he goes to the drug dealer dude. The dude he sold a gun to. Dude knows that it had a body on the gun. He's pissed off, and he asked him to, you know, find out what happened to Jason and why Jason was there. He said, well, if you want me to find about some shit that ain't my business, then you're going to have to do something for me. And so when he grabs his hand, he tell him, I know you had a body on that gun. The police come around here. I'm killing you. I'm killing Tracy. I'm killing your grandmama, bitch, and I'm killing your prime day. I'm killing everybody, okay? So homeboy ain't nothing to play with his weird tail, okay? But he's kind of funny, too. That's why I kind of like him, because he's eccentric, and I'm here for it. So he finds out, Ronnie finds out later where the boys go to school from the corner store, and he meets them outside of the school. They run away. You know, Kevin's storyline happened at the end. What's his name? Kevin shows up. They talk, I guess, and then they go out to meet Brandon. So that's Ronnie's whole storyline this episode. And White Cop. Now, White Cop is, you know, like I said, he's feeling guilty. He know what's going on. He does tell his girlfriend what's up, and he's trying to figure out a way to get himself out of the situation. And he's telling her, I know he did it, but I can't prove it. I can't prove it. Girlfriend's like, you gonna make it right. So, you know, they go up in the room and she give him some I feel sorry for you, baby sex. So overall, the whole episode was lit. It was good. I love the way that the men interacted with their women. You saw how that every man interacted with their women or a woman in their life, and how they holding all this stuff in and have to deal with this. To deal with a lot of how men are supposed to be responsible and handle their business, and they have a lot of pressure on them as being men, especially black men. So I love that part of the episode, that aspect of the episode. Y'all, this show continues to be great. It continues to be wonderful. I'm sorry that my review is late. I just didn't get a chance to watch it on Sunday night. So y'all let me know what you thought about the show in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with all your friends. Like I said, it's not going to be edited that much because I'm using my phone today. I left my other camera at home, and I really want to get this video out. So y'all holler at me like I said. All right. Peace.